Welcome to the Complan Ragman radio show, attempt number 2. So, hey Complan,
Ragman, what's going on?
how are things? We are back into business after a long hiatus.
I like that word.
So, well,
Okay.
I think the first order of business should be our local teams. And talking about local teams, what's happening with the Giants? Why are they killing me like this?
I don't know. So today apparently I read that quarterback Eli Manning,
Right.
he's got some, what do you call it, stress reaction on his foot.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means exactly. But,
Right.
Yeah, so maybe that's got a small role to play in the whole fiasco.
Oh, man, I mean, but losing to the Denver Broncos and
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Denver Broncos is a
yeah.
team that the Redskins beat, so I don't think the Giants, and there can't be much in the way of defense for the Giants, losing to the Broncos. So,
Yeah, that is true.
right.
Actually, yeah, I have something really interesting to share with you.
Sure, tell me.
I don't know, you probably know this already about the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
So apparently what has been happening is that the Broncos, right, when they start off a season,
Right.
they start off really strong.
Okay.
And especially, another thing that you notice is that they do very well in the first half of the game.
Right. Of the season,
and
you mean?
much more than the second half.
Oh,
Sorry?
of the game or the season?
Both.
Okay,
the,
okay.
Season as well as the individual games within the first half of the season.
Okay.
And one guy gives this theory that during the off season, right, the Broncos train in Denver,
Right.
high altitude Denver,
Right.
and so they are in better shape
Okay.
than the rest of the teams who do not train there, obviously.
Right.
And so initially they have the advantage, and especially early on in games and early on in the season they have the advantage. But as more and more teams, start getting into the rhythm of things in the season,
Right.
they get more fit and so on and all that. I believe the advantage goes away.
Oh.
What do you think of this theory?
Yeah, I mean, I can go with that, but it's just that, which means the Denver Broncos team really sucks, right? I mean, they're not what people make them out to be, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, right. You mean you're talking about this season, right?
Oh no, in general, I mean, if that theory were true, then the team is not really a super great team.
Exactly. Just lucky that they get to play in Denver.
Exactly.
Is that what? Right. Yeah, I guess. So the team, right? I guess the one of the perks of playing in Denver is that they cannot totally suck like, let's say, the Raiders.
Well, Raiders is still your team.
Yeah, I know. Now and then they pull out some big wins, right? Especially this season.
Right, and the thing
Who
is,
expect-
I remember watching the Raiders play the San Diego Chargers early in the season, and one of the things that I noticed was that, San Diego, they were just cruising along in the game, but one of the things that I noticed was late in the fourth quarter, Oakland put together a wonderful drive, and I was amazed at what they could pull off. Right? But I guess all that comes down to last minute heroics and just playing whatever comes their way as opposed to trying to be more systematic and methodical.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I think that's kind of the, what do you call it? If you want to sum up the Raiders, it's like they're not very systematic. They are just in the moment.
right.
That's how it's always been, I think. So at times they can be brilliant, but at times they can be really bad also.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe it starts from the owner. Maybe he has put together such an environment, and that's how the whole organization is. I don't know.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, but let's see how how he takes this organization.
Exactly. I mean that's that. Talking about owners, Redskins is another fine example of so-called bad ownership. But of course, you know my theory on it. I mean, the owners can only do so much. I mean, there are still talented players in the team, and they should be doing a better job.
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
Yeah, but I would like to present another point to that.
Sure.
Which is, owners can only do so much and so on. But I think they set up the environment for the organization.
Right.
And I think they have a very important role to play in that regard.
That's true. That's true.
But you also mentioned the Pittsburgh owner, right? How he takes it easy and just signs the checks.
Right.
Whereas the Washington Redskins owner, he is more involved.
Exactly.
And, as you said, that's a very good thing. Obviously, it shows passion and everything.
I guess it also depends on what kind of people you have, what kind of people every owner has running his team. I mean, you can have some capable managers and you can have some incapable managers, and that decides how your that decides how your franchise goes, I guess.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yep.
So my opinion is that the Redskins owner, Dan Snyder, he needs to get a coach who is compatible with him. And that's how it is. It's all about finding compatibility, I guess.
Exactly. I think that's what he's been doing all this time. He's been trying to get coaches who will do the yes man job for him. So
right.
He needs to get a coach who can TCB in Kramer's words, or take care of business.
Right. So, yeah. So we will definitely keep our eyes on the fates of the Redskins and the Raiders.
Right.
And also the Giants.
Exactly. I mean, the Redskins had a tough loss today. I mean, I actually picked the Eagles to win today, but the Redskins actually came pretty close. It was a 27-24 game, and they were leading, as usual in the fourth quarter and they let the opponents come back. So, which has been the story all year. So.
Right. And talking about the Eagles, right?
Right.
So, what do you think of Deshaun Jackson?
I actually didn't follow the game very closely, but is this the running back or?
No. He is that receiver, Eagles receiver.
Okay.
Who only scores 50-yard touchdowns or more. He doesn't.
Every successful team needs him.
Come on, huh? What's that?
Oh, I've heard of the name. I actually follow that the wide receiver Avant closely. I think he's a great guy to have on the team. So
yeah, I tell you what, I've been watching.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he takes off on this, huge touchdown runs.
Okay.
I've seen him for 60-yard touchdowns and things like that, and then he catches deep balls for 50 yards, 60 yards, and all that. He's incredibly fast.
Okay.
He runs like a squirrel on steroids. He's a pretty light guy. I believe he's only like 6 feet and be I don't know, 170 pounds or something.
Okay.
That's lighter than an average American.
Right.
But he is very fast and I don't know. He also dances, when he scores, and gets kind of irritating after a while.
So you mean to say he's got the?
Well this season.
You mean to say he's got the body of a preteen Swedish boy?